In the late 18th century, a powerful wave of transformation swept across Europe. It began in Britain, not with the clash of armies or the signing of treaties, but with the quiet churning of gears and the hiss of steam. This was the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, a period that would rewrite the story of human civilization. In fields, in villages, and in burgeoning cities, life as it had been known for centuries was on the cusp of extraordinary change. The Industrial Revolution was not a single invention or event, but a sweeping, complex process, a tapestry of technological, economic, and social advancements that would reshape nearly every aspect of daily life. Before this era, most people lived and worked in rural communities. They farmed the land, wove their own cloth, and relied on simple tools passed down through generations. Time was measured by the seasons and the sun, and production was limited by the strength of human and animal muscle. Yet beneath the surface of tradition, new ideas were stirring. The spirit of curiosity and innovation, kindled by the Enlightenment, began to spark the minds of inventors, entrepreneurs, and dreamers. The world was ready for change, even if it didn't know it yet. At the heart of the Industrial Revolution was the power of steam. Before electricity flickered through cities, before gasoline engines roared across continents, it was water vapor, harnessed, pressurized, and unleashed, that powered the new age. In damp coal mines, where men toiled deep beneath the earth, the problem of flooding had long threatened lives and livelihoods. Enter the steam engine. Early models were cumbersome and inefficient, but it was James Watt's improved design that became the heartbeat of progress. Watt's engine was more than a machine, it was a catalyst. With its rotating motion, it could drive factory machines, pump water, and propel wheels and gears. Suddenly, energy was no longer chained to the river's current or the wind's whim. Factories could rise anywhere and the pace of life began to quicken. Steam's power found its perfect partner in the textile industry. For centuries, spinning and weaving had been painstaking manual crafts, each thread and pattern the result of careful, individual labor. But the arrival of machines like the spinning jenny, the water frame, and the power loom changed everything. The spinning jenny, invented by James Hargreaves, multiplied the productivity of a single worker. Richard Arkwright's water frame harnessed water power to spin stronger, finer threads. Then, Edmund Cartwright's power loom brought mechanical weaving to the factory floor. Textile production shifted from cottages to crowded mills, and the era of the artisan gave way to the age of the factory. Cotton, once a luxury, became the fabric of everyday life. Demand soared, fortunes were made, and whole towns sprang up around the hum of machines. But steam was not content to remain within factory walls. It wanted to move, to connect, to conquer distance itself. In the early 19th century, the steam locomotive emerged as the emblem of unstoppable progress. George Stephenson's rocket, with its gleaming brass and thundering pistons, was more than just a train. It was a promise. Railways crisscrossed the countryside, linking cities and ports, mines and markets. Goods that once traveled at the speed of horses now raced across the land in iron carriages. For the first time, ordinary people could journey far from home, their horizons suddenly widened by miles of steel track. The world, once vast and disconnected, felt smaller, closer, and more alive with possibility. To support this new world, stronger materials were needed. Iron had long been the backbone of tools and weapons, but the machines of the Industrial Revolution demanded more. They needed strength, flexibility, and resilience, qualities found in steel. The breakthrough came with the Bessemer process, a revolutionary method for mass-producing steel from molten iron. With steel, bridges could span mighty rivers, skyscrapers could pierce the clouds, and locomotives could thunder along ever longer tracks. Machines could now build other machines, setting off a chain reaction of innovation that would echo through the centuries. Yet for all its marvels, the Industrial Revolution was not without cost. Behind the gleaming machines and soaring fortunes lay a human story, one of hardship, endurance, and sacrifice. In the shadow of factory chimneys, men, women, and even children worked long hours for meager wages. The air was thick with coal smoke. The roar of machinery drowned out all other sounds. Child labor was common, with young hands tending dangerous machines for pennies a day. Cities swelled with new arrivals, seeking work and hope, but often finding only crowded slums and uncertain futures. The very engines of progress threatened to grind down the people who powered them. Yet, even amid adversity, there were voices of change. Reformers and activists fought for better conditions and fairer laws. Workers formed unions, demanding dignity and rights. Slowly, society began to reckon with the true price of progress. The Industrial Revolution was not only about machines and markets, but about people, about their dreams, their struggles, and their resilience. The legacy of the Industrial Revolution is all around us. The machines of the 18th century laid the foundation for the digital world we inhabit today. From steam engines to silicon chips, from hand looms to high-speed internet, the revolution never really ended, it evolved. Each new invention built upon the last, carrying us forward into uncharted territory. The questions raised by those first factories, about work, technology, and the meaning of progress, still echo in our time. Looking back, we see that the Industrial Revolution was a turning point, a moment when humanity learned to harness the forces of nature on a new scale, to shape the environment, and to redefine what was possible. It was a time of breathtaking achievement and profound disruption, a story of invention and inequality, ambition and adaptation. Did we shape the machine, or did the machine shape us? The answer may lie not in history, but in the future we are building today. As we face our own technological revolutions, from artificial intelligence to renewable energy, the lessons of the past remind us that progress is never simple. It is a journey, sometimes exhilarating, sometimes perilous, always transformative. From the first hiss of steam to the hum of computers, the spirit of innovation endures. The Industrial Revolution invites us to imagine, to invent, and to build a world worthy of our dreams. It challenges us to remember the people behind the progress, to honor their struggles, and to shape a future where technology serves humanity, not the other way around. As we stand at the crossroads of past and future, the story of the Industrial Revolution is our story, a testament to the power of imagination, the resilience of communities, and the unyielding drive to create, connect, and improve. The machines may have changed, but the human spirit that powered them continues to forge ahead, lighting the way for generations to come. The Industrial Revolution, in all its complexity and contradiction, reminds us that change is both opportunity and challenge. It asks us to consider not just what we can do, but what we should do. The choices made in factories and foundries centuries ago shaped the world we inherited, and the choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. From the smoke-filled mills of Manchester to the shining cities of the 21st century, the journey from steam to silicon is a story of wonder and warning. It is a call to remember our roots, to learn from our history, and to dream boldly of what comes next. The revolution never ends, it only takes new forms, driven by the enduring hope that we can build a better, fairer, and more connected world. As you reflect on this story, consider the threads that connect us to those first inventors, workers, and dreamers. Their legacy lives on in every innovation, every challenge overcome, and every step forward. The Industrial Revolution is not just a chapter in a history book, it is the beginning of the world we know and the foundation of the future we have yet to create.